Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle Barrett. I've been a personal stylist for 25 years. I now help people like you build capsule wardrobes that mix and match easily. So today I wanted to do a little bit of a different one. I know many of you are really interested in some of the European style influences, particularly with the French. So I thought I would do a video dedicated to that elegance, that classic elegance of the French woman. So before I get started, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everybody who is liking, subscribing, telling your friends, sharing the content. Please keep it coming. It really helps me create more content for you. And in addition, I listen to every single comment, I reply to every comment, and I have a note system where I make notes for all of your suggestions. And that is where the idea for this video came about. So today I'm going to show you a few different flat lays. I'm going to show you a few different ideas and talk about the classic kind of French style and how you can emulate it with what you have in your wardrobe. So what is it about French style that always looks so classic and timeless? I think there's a few different aspects that mean that it works really well, and it's often due to simplicity. If you think about Coco Chanel, when you look at images of Coco Chanel, she always looked amazing, classic, kind of timeless, but actually you barely saw her in more than 2 or 3 colours. And as I've always said to you, I have this 3 colour rule generally in what you're putting together in an outfit, because I think it works really well. But often you would see Coco Chanel in either black and white or maybe navy and ivory, those really classic, simple, neutral colours that work really, really well. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that I see people making when either they visit France or they're kind of talking about visiting France and they're talking about French style is there's kind of 2 directions it goes in. One is they think that everybody wears berets, and while I actually really like berets and I wear them quite a lot during the winter and the autumn months, I know that that's not a classic staple that everybody wears in Paris. Don't get me wrong, you'll see the odd person wearing a beret, but that's not necessarily indicative of what people are wearing. Another thing that I see, which I think is usually wrong, is that people talk about that you can't dress casual. And again, I think that's absolute rubbish. I've even seen several comments actually where people have said you cannot wear jeans anywhere in Europe, which is just, it's so funny. I've mentioned this before in my how to pack for Europe video, which I'll put the link to here, but it's actually quite funny when people say that you can't wear jeans in Europe, because A, there's over 50 countries in Europe and we're all very different, as much as you might think we're all the same, and B, different climates, etc., and different people, so that is one area that I do think is untrue as well. First up though, I wanted to talk to you about colour. So I think one of the main things that people do when you think about the classic kind of timeless French look is that they're very careful with colour. Like I mentioned earlier, I always think 3 colour rule works really well. So maybe 1 or 2 kind of neutral colours, like let's say like the navy and ivory, and then maybe a brighter highlight colour, maybe in like a kind of very yellow colour, or maybe a bright red or a very cerise pink or something like that, so that it just kind of lifts the outfit. You could also do this with stone or beige and ivory and navy, or stone and say tan and ivory. A lot of those kind of neutral colours work really well. It doesn't mean to say you can't wear colour, but I do think if you're going for that classic kind of timeless look, to have 1 or 2 of those neutral colours as a starting point is a really good thing. Next up, you want to think about the cut. Now, again, I think they're very much classic, timeless cuts. If you're looking for that look, it doesn't mean to say that there aren't people who very much follow trends like anywhere. I think it's a bit of a misconception to presume that everybody in Paris dresses like this, but I think if you're looking for that kind of classic, timeless look that's associated with French women, then it's definitely about tailoring too. So in terms of tailoring, it means that your clothes should fit well on your body. They should skim areas you're not so happy with and maybe highlight areas that you are. French women would very much know about what kind of cuts and styles would suit their body types. They would also know what types of colours would suit them, and they would kind of shop and put their outfits together based on that information. Like I've said to you before, if you need help with that, absolutely book in for a consultation with me. I can put the link here because I'll be more than happy to chat to you about that. But I think with cuts, I think it's about kind of tailoring, so maybe straight or wide leg trousers. Also think about the fabrics, you know, kind of shiny fabrics, unless it's maybe in a silk, I would avoid. More natural fabrics would probably work better. Wear something like silk or you know, a simple 100% cotton shirt as well, worn with a straight leg pair of jeans would work really well, or with straight or wide leg pants. Now that's what I mean by wearing more the casual stuff. You can absolutely get away with wearing the casual stuff, but I think even when we will wear the casual stuff as kind of trying to emulate that French sort of style, we would probably still minimize the colors down. So for example, let's say a navy blue and white stripes t-shirt or vest top or long sleeve top with a pair of jeans, maybe a cognac belt and a cognac pair of shoes with a bag, something really simple like that. So you've still got those three colors running through, particularly if you go for that really dark kind of indigo colored denim as well, because that kind of then picks up and links in with the navy. So again, I think it's a case of minimizing it down. I wouldn't go too crazy with patterns. Silk always looks really elegant as well. Linen always looks really elegant and well put together. I think with knitwear, there wouldn't be anything that would be too extravagant or bulky or oversized or sloppy. It's very much about the clothes fitting your body and being tailored and work really, really well for you. Next up is outerwear. Now, I would avoid really big, baggy, oversized, anything like a puffer jacket or sort of that looks very kind of sporty and casual, and go for something a bit more classic. The classic kind of stone or beige trench coat, you can't go wrong. Choose something that's very well tailored, not too big on the shoulders, not oversized, and sits kind of around the knee area, so either just above the knee or the knee or a little bit below it. So think of that kind of real traditional trench coat. It would work really equally well in navy or black as well. In addition, or alternatively, go for something in wool in the winter that's very tailored. It's all about here tailoring. It's all about kind of tailoring and garments that look like they fit you well and are good quality. I think that's one of the final points that I want to make. Always choose the quality over the quantity. But those classic kind of timeless styles that don't really date apart from when they're tweaked to either be cut off or made extra large or big shoulder pads or anything like that, most of which is unnecessary. So go for those traditional sort of styles and you can't go wrong. Next up is accessories. Now, I've mentioned the beret, so I'll start off with that. Now, there's no reason why you can't wear a beret and link it somewhere through to the rest of your outfit. What I quite like to do is when I'm linking anything like that, particularly if it's in a colour, I'll either link it through to a pair of shoes or I link it through to a pattern in my outfit. Now, I'll keep the patterns down to a minimum, but it could be that you wear a navy blue beret with a top that's got a bit of a stripe in it. Although that is a bit of a cliche French look, it depends on kind of where you are. But with accessories, I would definitely, like I say, link them through. So let's say, for example, you've got a cognac belt, you would link that through to maybe a cognac pair of loafers and then a simple bag to match. So try and match it through your outfit. Try and keep the outfit the colours quite simple. So cognac, black, black, navy, maybe ivory, those kind of colours, those real kind of neutral colours will work best and pull your outfit together to give it that kind of very classic, timeless French style. And finally, last but not least, is jewellery. Now, I'm not saying this is 100% rule, but I think if you want to look well coordinated, it's always worth going for either just the gold or just the silver. Now, if you are cool based, so look at the inside of your wrist, if your veins tend to look blue, you're probably more cool based, although this is not a hard and fast rule, but it's a very general rule. You're probably cool based, so you're probably better off with silver. If your veins tend to look green, then you're probably better off with gold. Now, the rose gold can work probably for both people, or both types of people, and some of you will probably find that you sit somewhere in the middle. I'm actually one of those people that is kind of more closer to the cool type, but actually can wear a slight bit of warmth as well, apart from those very bright, very sort of sunshine yellows don't really work for me. So yeah, with jewellery, kind of choose one or the other and have it running through your outfit. Now, the way in which I would do that, if possible, is to include the buckle on maybe a bag or on your shoes as well, and link that in with your jewellery. So if the buckle on your belt and your shoes is silver, for example, then link that through to silver jewellery, or vice versa. The next thing I would say as well is that that classic French kind of style, there probably wouldn't be any oversized or crazy, almost like costume jewellery. It would be very simple and very elegant and probably match through. So maybe a bracelet matches a pair of earrings, or a pair of earrings matches a necklace, or all three. Finally, with jewellery, I would keep it very unstated. So really simple bracelets, necklaces, maybe one slight little charm, you know, pearls or a simple stone, a pair of earrings that matches through to your necklace. Now, if you wear a watch, I would say they would go for something that again looks like a piece of jewellery that matches through to the rest of the jewellery in your outfit. But if you're going to go for something like a sports watch, like an Apple Watch or something similar, then I would keep the band of the watch, would avoid those very plasticky, kind of bright coloured looking bands and anything with crazy patterns on it, and stick to something that either looks like leather, is pleather, and again matches either through to a belt, shoes, and a bag, or again that the band looks like a piece of jewellery. So I hope you found that helpful. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends, and let me know in the comments what else you'd like to see. This video is exactly a result of some of the comments that I've seen and some of the suggestions. I actually make notes from it. So have a wonderful day wherever you are. Let me know in the comments what your favourite types of French style are, what you see as being French style, and what your favourite pieces are, and have a look through your wardrobe and see if you can put together any of these suggestions that I've made here and recreate that style for yourselves. So yeah, let me know what you think. Have a wonderful day wherever you are, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.